Hi ma'am and everyone, I'm Janelle Villanueva Lavinia, second year EV English. Today, I will report about the shifting focus of English teaching for undergraduate non-English major students. Reforms practice of Tsinghua University in China. Mighua and Weimin Zhang. And Chapter 20 Reflection Practice Practical Consideration in the Development of English for Academic Specific Purposes Materials in Hong Kong, Ken Lau. With, with English becoming the world's foremost lingua franca, the pressure is to improve English language education or ELE has been steadily increasing. Consequently, the nature of ELE has changed drastically in the last decade. Consequently, the nature of ELE has changed drastically in the last decade. This has not only brought about a number of changes in the way English is taught and learned, but it has also led to various innovative practices around the world. One very important variable in the book takes into account is the role that English already plays in a particular society, since this may affect the views that teachers and students hold of the language. This, this in turn has significantly influenced the way English is taught and learned in given political, economic, and socio-cultural settings. The purpose of this book is therefore to provide a comprehensive overview of the pedagogical methods, policies, and problems that underlie an English language education in 10 different regions across the world, including the USA, Canada, the UK, Australia, New Zealand, India, Singapore, Japan, China, and Hong Kong. In doing so, the different chapters in the book emphasize the importance of responding to linguistic and other forms of diversity in order to develop English language education in a globalized world. Written by experts in the field, the range of contents covered in the book chapters will also help policymakers, researchers, and practitioners develop the effective English language education practice and policies propose solution to emerging issue in English language teaching and learning in different environments around the world. The newly developed arguments and concerns pertaining to English language education will serve as future reference for professionals interested in the area of expertise. Imprint of Nova book reviews the impact of English as global languages in many spheres of international life has been rapid and dramatic. This very timely volume on the globalization of English language education has much to offer the readers. Not only does it draw together important theoretical perspective from which to position the overall theme of the volume, but it also provides rich accounts of the international pedagogical process and practices. It says it sets out important agendas relating to innovation and change into the future, while at the same time including realistic debates on the challenges involved. The scale and depth of this volume will make an important contribution for several years to come. Reviewed by Anne Bors, Professor of TESOL, the University of the New South Wales, Australia, Professional Emerita Aston University, UK. This is very much a book of 21st century English language education. focuses on the impact of globalization, language use and language practice on the contributors, raise a number of central and challenging questions in both theory and practices, critical problem the key issue for teaching and learning and the place of English and Englishes in learning across a range of different educational settings. Highly recommended review by the Ronald Carter, Emeritus Professor, the University of Nottingham. UK English is widely regarded as a global language. This thematically coherent edited book collection provides fresh perspective on the conceptual issues and informed discussion on pedagogic practice. The contributions provide practitioners and theorists with an impressive panorama of what is happening globally in their professional world in selected but representative parts of the world. They focus on details and process often in areas not often dealt with in access publication. Review by William Wood, Honorary Professor of Hong Kong Baptist University, Hong Kong, SAR, China. The chapters in this impressive edited book collection offer unique and fascinating perspectives on theoretical debates, issues, and challenges involved in language teaching and language teacher education today. With contributions by established as well as emerging scholars, this book provides an invaluable account of how language teaching policies and practice worldwide are responding to issues raised by the globalization of English. It will be an essential reference for curriculum, specialists, researchers, teachers, educators, and teachers interested in new direction in research and practice in English language education. Review by Jack Richards, Honorary Professor, the University of Sydney, Australia, the University of Auckland, New Zealand, on the views of 26 preserved service and 8 in service English teacher in Hong Kong concerning the information technology courses in their teacher education programs. The findings of the study show that while both software application and technological integration in teaching are highlighted in the course outline, the instructor focused more on the application aspect, with the technology integration being less emphasized. Another important finding is that the PowerPoint was still the most commonly used application in teaching. Likewise, usually the involved pre-service and in-service teacher just simply used a different computer application as alternative to traditional teaching resources. This may reflect the fact that the information technology courses are not adequate to prepare teachers to teach with it. Today, teachers in different contexts perceive themselves as technologically competent and project positive attitudes about the integration of technology on, and their ELT practice due to their technological pedagogical content knowledge in EMERA 2020. However, the studies from different parts of the world show that while teachers possess technological knowledge and pedagogical knowledge, they experience difficulty striking a balance between technological knowledge and pedagogical knowledge and knowing how to connect technology, pedagogy and content, which is key for successful and effective integration of technology in ELT and achieving student centeredness Imara 2020 Molel, Andrea Satz 2013, Siffert et al. 2019, Yang 2011. The authors held that different SLT programs around the world are responsible for providing sufficient opportunities for teachers to discuss and reflect on how the technology can be integrated in ALT to enhance their confidence. In addition, in a study that elicited the views of 26 pre-service and 8 in-service of English teachers in Hong Kong concerning immigrating technology, in criticized such practice and described it as being traditional and a teaching resource that does not motivate students. Teachers in the study at least have shown they are capable of working interdependently in their job to create and generate new ELT context specific ideas and implement them quickly and efficiently, which is affected their disadvantage discussed by Nova 2017 and Yang 2011 about integrating technology in ALT to in-up in technology savvy practitioners capable of redeveloping and recreating technology to subsequently facilitate students' English of language learning. This book will be useful for teachers and students of English language, for English language curriculum and materials developers, and for those involved in educational policies, making and language acquisition and research. The newly developed arguments and concerns pertaining to English language education will serve as future reference for professionals interested in this area of expertise. Thank you, ma'am, and everyone, and God bless.